Welcome back everyone to the ultimate guide to Blender 3D rigging and animation, and this is where we left it off. Alright, so now what I want to do is want to come to this part here because we're going to look and use that to say this is where it's going to start again. So you can see it starts from here again. So basically we want to go in and copy we want to swap these over basically. So we want to actually invert them. So our monkey at the moment, as this comes down, he should reappear around here. So it should reappear here. Now we could do this in a very sophisticated way and say, hey, that's great. And you know, swap them over and mirror them and things like that. But we're not going to do that because if we do that, we're going to actually, you know, probably not get it right. So it's easier on this occasion just to do it manually. So what I'm first of all going to do, I'm going to bring my monkey back, grab that bone. And then as soon as now this pops back down, so I know once it's here, so it's 260, I know on 265, 5 here, I'm going to make my monkey appear. So I'm going to press Alt-S, bring him back, and then I'm going to press I, location, rotation, scale. Now I need him to still be invisible at this point here. So I'm going to press S, 0, and then I, location, rotation, scale. All right, so far so good. Now I need my monkey to be moving up when this comes up. So I'm going to bring it up to 300. Let's move my monkey up. Frame 300. Let me just hide this one. I'm just going to take off this 1 second. I'm going to just put that up there. Just making sure. And my monkey now is sat on there, which he is. So now if I press I, location, rotation, scale, the moment I move that back, that sandbag is going to go back perfectly. All right, so that's good so far. Now we've got the sandbag coming up. Then we need the sandbag going down. So we can see from frame 240, sandbags here. So let's press I, location, rotation, scale. And then down to frame 260, we need the sandbag moving down like so. Let's press I, location, rotation, scale. And then within that 6 frames, we need to make that sandbag disappear. So what we're going to do is now press S, 0, then I, location, rotation, scale. There we go. Now you can see my monkey is starting to move up a little bit fast. And that's not something that I'm happy with. So I need him to be on the platform down here. So sometimes you can actually go in and move the point when the monkey goes up. Or you can actually add in just some frames. So on this occasion, all I'll do is I'll bring him down to here. Like so. And I'll press I, location, rotation, scale. And now I'm hoping that it'll actually move up with it. So you can see now it goes down, monkey goes up, and there we go. Now you can see that we could have this a little bit more accurate if we wanted to. You can see it's not quite accurate. So all we need to do, if we come up, you can see it needs to be moved down a little bit. So I'm going to put him down a little bit like so. And I'm going to turn this on. I'm going to press I, location, rotation, scale. And now you'll see that as he swaps over, as we come up, he's near enough in line with it now. All right, so let's give that play all the way through. So we can see, goes down, swaps over, comes up, stays there a while, what we wanted, because we're going to have that with the monkey as well. Comes down, swaps over, comes up, stays there a while, then comes down again. All right, really happy with that. Now, let's go in, and what we'll do is we'll press Alt-H, bring everything back. We'll also then go back into object mode, like so. Press Alt-H, bring everything back. Double tap the A, and now let's just hide the bones out of the way. And now what we'll do is we'll just press spacebar, and let's have a look at this. So thing shakes, comes up, stays there a bit, gonna shake, drops down. So with monkey, comes up, there we go. All right, really happy with that. Now what we need to do is the rocks. Let's do the rocks first before the boulder. We'll leave the boulder to last. So first of all, these rocks, they're all in the wrong place, but we're not going to worry about that. We've got a lot of rocks here as well. Now, I would say we could either tie these rocks to, you know, the same kind of bone, or we could just make more bones. Maybe make more bones. All right. Let's grab them all. Press Ctrl J, press Ctrl A, all transforms, right click the origin to geometry like so. Now, the thing is as well that we could also use, with this, we could also use gravity on this. But the problem there is that you're going to still have the same problem where you're using gravity, but you need them to drop at a certain time. So that's probably not going to work. It's probably actually going to be better to do this manually in something like this. So now I've done that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same thing I did with these steps here, which requires a little bit of tediousness. So what I'm going to do is, first of all, I'm going to press Shift S, I'm going to press cursor to selected, and I'm going to bring in my first bone, which of course will always be my root bone. So my root bone's here. I'm going to go over, rename the armature, and we'll call this Falling Stones, like so. And then what we'll do is now we'll bring in another one. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Actually, this is a bit harder to count than I thought. So 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. All right, so we need 16 bones. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this. I'm going to then open this. And then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to press Shift A. I'm going to press Tab and then Shift A. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 16 bones. Now, the good thing for us on this occasion is I'm going to leave all of these bones named this, except this bone here. So all I'm going to do with this one is I'm just going to call it, I'm still going to call it root bone. So I'm going to go in, call it root bone. And then what we're going to do, just leave the bone names as you want. Now, the good thing is as well, that these are near enough in the same line as these bones, so we don't really need to do anything with them. All we need to do is move them sideways. So if I press 7, in other words, and I come over the top, let's say, so I grab one and I move it over here, and then I grab the next one and move, not the top of it, I just need to press L on it, so L, and move this one over here, like so. And then I press L and I move this one over here. Now, the only problem you're going to have here is the fact that these are going to be hard to see where you need to add the weight. That's the problem you're going to have. So we're going to deal with that in 1 second. So I'm going to actually place them out. So bring them over the middle, as you can see, and they don't have to be too accurate, so don't worry too much about it. Get them into place. So on, open. There is. That's great. Now what we need to do is we need to weight up these bones. So what I'm going to do now is, first of all, we have to obviously join them all together. So I'll grab my rocks, I'll grab my bones then, I'll press Control P, and I'll do it with empty groups, like so. Okay, so now let's go to, let's press Tab. And then what we can do is we can come now to, we need to go over, first of all, to our rocks, like so. And then what we can do now is we can actually come over to weight paint, like so. Now, what we can do now is, instead of doing it that way, we can actually come, can we see each of our bones here? I don't think I highlighted them up. Yeah, the root bone's not being highlighted. So I'm going to have to click on each of these bones. So instead of doing that, what we'll do is we'll just come to edit mode. And what we'll do now is we'll actually come, we should just, easiest way to do this, our bones, viewport display, and just turn on. There it is. So viewport display, and on the names. And there we go. The easiest way of doing it. All right. So now we know bone 002 goes to this, this rock and things like that. Now let's go back to our rocks. And then all we can do now is bone 001, which is this one here. So we can come in now, press the tab button, tab, grab this bone. Make sure nothing else is grabbed. You can see another bone's grabbed here. We don't want to make that mistake. So we'll be in edge select. We'll grab this bone and it's 001. So we'll click assign. Then we've got this one, which is 002. We'll click assign. And then basically we'll just work our way down. So 003, assign, 004, assign. And this is the lazy way of doing it. So just make sure you only do this if you think you can get away with it. Don't do it if, you know, you've got some complex movements and things like that. Don't do it then, just if you can get away with it. 06. Also, don't do it if you're going to thinking about selling your model or something like that. So 08. Everything should be named at that point anyway. 09. Finally, 10. Down now. So we've got this one here, which is 12. And we've got this one here, 11. We'll do that next. Then we've got this one here, which is 15. And then this one here, which is 16. Down a little bit. Do we have to go down? No, we've got 13 there. So 13, 14, and that is my bone. Now let's come to our bones again. Let's grab all of these bones. So I'm going to grab all of these. I'm going to grab my root bone last. I'm going to press Control P and keep offset. All right, now what we can do is we can go to pose mode now. And now we just need to make sure that they're all moving at the same time. So if I press G, right click, G, right click. And all I'm looking for is to make sure the right bone is moving with them. And as long as that's happening, we should be absolutely fine and be ready to rock and roll. Okay. 2. Okay, and the last 2. And there we go. All right, that didn't actually take too long. Let's give this root bone a test. There we go. All right, everyone. So I hope you enjoyed that. On the next one, we will have falling rocks, and we will line them up when the actual, the ceiling shakes and things like that. All right, everyone. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.